Hi, I'm here to answer questions that you've brought up with me, and this is video 2 of 2 where I talk about how you can find vocal consistency. I want to read this question again just to remind you because it's such a good question. How can I become more consistent in getting my voice where it needs to be each day? Although I may do the same sequence and warm up each day, my voice will always meet the space feeling different. I only get that really nice supported resonant tone I want to achieve maybe once a week. So last time we talked about the importance of effective warm-ups and varying up your warm-ups based on what you need and where you're going to be working. Today I want to talk about how that empowered voice that we get in our warm-ups, how can it translate into a consistent, powerful voice every day? So I'm going to say something here a bit controversial, perhaps, we'll see. Vocal warm-ups are really important. And at the same time, you can do as many voice warm-ups as you like, but if you don't have an embodied sense of how to use your voice, specifically how to use your breath support to efficiently power your voice, if you don't have an embodied sense of what that feels like and really know how to use it, it really doesn't matter how many voice warm-ups you do, because over the course of the day, you will lose the benefit of them as you start to speak with more and more tension, essentially. So voice warm-ups can accidentally create the conditions of us having powerful voices, especially when they're done well, because they can release physical tensions. They can help us by naturally releasing physical tensions, get better access to our breath, and support our voices. A supported voice means we have a more resonant voice. But if we then don't know how to take that into the rest of our day and actively use our breath support when we need to, then gradually there's going to be more and more tension that builds up in the throat in order for us to talk. And when that happens, we start to lose our resonant tone, because the more tense we are, the less we're able to have resonance. Essentially, resonance in the body is decreased when we're tense. So while warm-ups are a wonderful thing, if you feel like they're not lasting, or you do a warm-up one place and then you get somewhere else and it's as if you never warmed up, then possibly what's happening is that you just need to develop a little bit more of an embodied sense of, how does it feel when I support my voice? Am I actually supporting my voice? And if I'm starting to feel a little tense, or like things are getting a little weak, or like my resonance is a little bit off, then can I add that in to make sure that I'm really supporting myself? Yeah. The last point on your question that I want to address is about space. You're absolutely right that different spaces affect the resonance of your voice, right? In the same way that if I play a piano in a closet, it's going to be different than if I play a piano in a huge concert hall, right? It's going to resonate differently. So space absolutely has an impact on your voice, and that's even more reason why being able to hone what kind of support you need in the space that you're in is really, really important. And there are many, many different ways to do that, but having an embodied sense of what that feels like for you is going to be really key. And that's where working with a voice coach can be really useful. A good voice coach can help you find how having an empowered connection to your breath, what that feels like in your body, and how that translates into your powerful voice. What that means for you, a voice coach can help you figure that out, not just from a theoretical sense. Notice I'm not just talking about theory here, but really an embodied sense of what that feels like. So feel free to reach out if you need a voice coach. I'm here. But I also have a ton of free resources for you, especially if I just mentioned a lot of terms that you're like, what is that? I have no idea what she's talking about. Like breath support or vocal support, resonance, all of those terms. I explain them all on my podcast, which is called Bespoke Speaks. You can find that podcast on any podcatcher, and you can find it on bespoke-communication.com as well. All free, all super useful resources. And if you'd like some more bespoke coaching, here I am, right? So I'm really curious how this answer sits with you. I'm really curious about what you do to really find and access your breath support, what exercises are useful, or what thoughts, what maybe you have a mantra for yourself. Share them in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.